What's up, guys? What's good? My name is Amazing Klef, and you're welcome to a brand new video. On this segment of my YouTube, this is a new segment. I'll call it Everything 5. Once in a while, I would come, of course, and I would give you guys 5 very punchy ways to do stuff, 5 very punchy how-tos, just 5, everything, just generally 5. As we go on with the videos, you would understand the concept behind the segment. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. So today we'll be talking about 5 secrets of creative photography. I get a lot of questions from people on my Instagram, especially. How are you so creative? Why are you creative? How did you become creative? Oh, you're so creative. How can I become creative like you? And I don't think anybody was born creative. Like I don't know if I'm right, but I don't think I was born creative. I feel like I was just born with a kind of mind that was like, or with a kind of mind that's like really open to learn new stuff, a mind that is very, very flexible. You get, so creativity is not oh, that boy is creative, that guy is creative. The creativity is just being able to just see stuff from like a different perspective, being able to just see things differently. Everybody is saying, let us look at things from this perspective, and you're saying, why do we have to use that cliche perspective? What if we look at it from this perspective? And that perspective you now suggest now makes sense, and now makes better sense. Do you understand? So that's what creativity to me basically is. It's not like they give birth to you in the hospital and on your head, oh, creative God. It's like that's the way people make it seem. So creativity to me is nothing really, really special. It's just being able to see what people don't see, to point out what people don't point out, and to see stuff generally from the non-cliche perspective. Today I'll be sharing with you 5 ways I've been able to build my creativity and to also become like a better creative. Number 1, study a lot of work for inspiration. Over the years, I've been able to gather a lot of images. I have like, let me not lie, I have like thousands of images that I've screenshotted, that I've seen over the years, and I just study them. I zoom in, I look at them, I look at the lighting, I look at the composition, I look at the angles, I look at everything that makes this image. The cool thing about my YouTube channel is that you can take whatever I'm saying and apply it to your own kind of creative field. Do you understand? So if you're a videographer watching this, just take what I'm saying. I'll be targeting it mostly at photographers, but just take the same thing I'm saying and just apply it to your own field. All right, so moving on, I've been able to study a whole lot of works, right? I've been able to look at these works and see what the person did right, what they did wrong, and I've been able to take a whole lot from these things and impute it in my own work. Do you understand? So I studied the work for inspiration, not to copy, right? So the lighting, the composition, the angles, the elements that we use, the props, the location. So I have this thing stuck in my head. So whenever I'm on set and I have to create something, I just take from here, take from here, take from here, merge them together and create. Number 2, combine ideas. Take different ideas from different places, from different people that motivate you, from the different mentors, from people you look up to, and combine these ideas to form your own work. Don't just blatantly go and copy somebody's work, okay? Combine ideas, get inspired. That's number 2. Moving on. Number 3, spontaneity. Think on your feet, use anything around you. Okay, I think nobody's born with creativity, but I think you can be born with spontaneity. I don't know. Well, I was actually taught spontaneity. I used to work with this bros. I used to paint at Alade. His key word every time was improvise, improvise. Like literally, he would tell us that there's no paintbrush. I want to paint somewhere and there's no paintbrush. And he would just scream, improvise, improvise. I'm like, how do you want me to improvise? There is no paintbrush, there's no paintbrush. But you have to improvise because he's not going to provide a paintbrush for you, right? I didn't know I was being trained to be able to use anything or to use something to replace something. So I think I learned spontaneity, or it was forced on me, because now I just literally can improvise. I can just think on my feet, right? If something is not working for me, I can just switch and just use something else. Do you understand? If I'm looking for a chair and I cannot find a chair, I just use a table or a book to just replace it, and that might come off as creative to you, because I'm very, very spontaneous. I'm trying to do something and I just look around, I just find anything around me to just make the thing work for me. Do you understand? So that's spontaneity. You have to train your brain to be very, very, very spontaneous. The next one is understanding colors, lighting, and the basics of photography. Yes. So aside knowing all this other stuff, all this spontaneity, studying lots of work, combining ideas, thinking on your feet and stuff. You have to understand the basics of photography. You have to understand how colors work, how lighting work, how angles work, how composition work. Just one slight change in angle or perspective. Every time you shoot a portrait, you shoot straight up, right? Like this. Taking it down and shooting from the bottom or shooting from the top changes the entire story, changes the entire perspective, makes it look creative. Do you understand? I'm sure you've seen some creative images that you cannot really tell what is different with the image. Like, it's just an image, but you just feel like this image is just mad. It's just creative. It's because the person changed something that you were not used to. Like, you're not used to seeing change, right? You always see color gels come from the side as side lights. Somebody uses that same color gels as key lights. Do you understand? That's creative. You always see color gels. You always see people diffuse the lights. Somebody uses a hard light, like use a gobo or something. That's creative. Somebody thought of creating something that you just partition into different and create windows and create the gobo. That's creative. Creativity is just basically understanding the basics of everything, then trying to change it. If you don't understand everything, you cannot change it. So you have to learn your angles, your compositions, your perspectives, your colors, your lighting, everything from the scratch. You have to gather this knowledge to be able to manipulate it. Are you with me now? Moving on. The last and the final point is that if you want to be creative, if you want to be a creative person, you should never overplan or limit yourself to your mood board. I'm not saying you should not have your mood board, but don't overplan. If you overplan, if you overcalculate, I'm not saying you should take people's projects and practice creativity with people's projects. I'm saying that on your own test projects, you have a mood board, of course, but don't limit yourself to that mood board. Don't overplan. Don't, when we get on set today, we'll put light here, we'll put light, we'll now do. You're not making space available for creativity. Creativity comes naturally. So when you overplan, you kill your creativity, right? You might be a creative person, but you won't even know you're very, very creative because you're not allowing it to happen. It's a natural thing. It just happens, right? So don't overplan. Don't overforce yourself to do certain things. Don't overcalculate. So you can allow these juices to just flow naturally. Yes, that's 5 ways to improve your creativity, 5 ways to become a creative person, or 5 ways I stay creative, or 5 ways I've been able to build myself into becoming a creative person. I hope you learned something new from this today and you will take these steps and apply them into becoming a better creative. Let me know what you want to see next on Everything 5, or what you want to see next generally on my YouTube. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next video.